Yo, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Today we are going to be taking a look at Evolution Escanor, or so to speak, like the evolved Escanor. I am going to show some gameplay first of Escanor pre-evolution because it's quite unique the way that he was kind of done and the way that he works. So that version of Escanor just has a fire ability that just, straight up fire. That's it. You're pretty much him starting up his power level until he gets to high noon. But there's no such like the one, there's no divine cut, none of the really cool stuff. Honestly, the evolution for Escanor in Pride mode is just not as cool as Escanor without Pride mode. I'm going to be entirely real with you. I would honestly have two of these guys. One just for looks, the other one just for power, I guess, but I'll explain why in a second. So first things first, let's go ahead and look at the Escanor gameplay. The first Escanor gameplay, I just had all the guys kind of running through the raid area, and I was just like, okay, how does this guy work? And you look at his passive, and over time he builds up pride, and the pride meter gets to max. And it goes up to 50% on attack, HP, and defense across the board. So attack, HP, defense across the board, all the way max. It's crazy. So that's that. Like he gets very big, and then after that he pretty much like is at peak, and he just continues using his Axe Rita as a fire damage weapon, which honestly I wish the ticks were a little stronger. Even they're less than most of the other characters from this update. By the way, if you do want me to go over the other characters, of course, just leave a comment down below. I didn't really want to go too crazy on this update because I did, and I regretted it mostly because I played the entire update in about 2 days, and I honestly got very annoyed and bored. But besides that, let's talk about what happens when you actually evolve Escanor. Now, to get the evolution of Escanor, we're going to go ahead and check out the event center. Now, you now do not need to actually obtain Escanor from inside the raid itself. Now, there is a 1% chance you could get him from the very last stage, which requires you to unlock with Sun Keys. But now you can actually just buy him through the shop now, which I did do. Once you buy one Escanor, you're going to need 12 more Escanors in order to get full copy of Escanor to max him out, max Ascension. And then after that, you're going to need 15 Pride Suns. But honestly, the Pride Suns are a lot easier to get, especially on that last level, as they are a 5% drop chance if you don't play on the weekends. Weekends give 2 times drop chance, and then the Kazuma build also gives you an extra 50% on top of that. I don't know if it stacks or which way it stacks, but that's just how it works. Now, for Escanor's cost itself, besides that, the gems are pretty mediocre. Nothing too serious, just orange and yellow gem, green gem, and white gem, as usual. Nothing too crazy. Once you do that, his entire skill set pretty much changes, or the passive itself does. So, raising his axe charges up a large sun at the tip, brings it down, engulfing the enemies and exploding. It's literally just a bigger version of the first move that you get in the first form. Escanor now permanently has his max power form, which makes him 25% stronger in HP, attack, and defense. Escanor gives off a heat aura, radiation like sun, burning enemies over time by 25% of his attack. Now, the way that his ability works and like that, it's just AoE and all that stuff. But what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to take a look at Escanor and see how he performs in content like infinite mode, maybe an event, maybe a challenge. But I'm going to do solo Escanor on a challenge. Honestly, I did not get anything good, by the way, throughout my rolls on his traits, sadly. Even though I had about 600 trait rerolls and above, that was just pretty much it for me. I'm very upset about that, but it's okay. I'm just going to let it ride. Let's see. Skin tokens, upgrade stones, lucky potion. I guess we'll just go for the hardest one, which would be this one. Now, in this form of Escanor, he's just much stronger, and the build that I'm bringing into the table is a high defense, high HP, and very high attack percentage build. God set, if you will. So here are his stats right here, and here are his leader bond stats and his substats, which are prideful. As you can see, he does emanate a small aura. You could barely see it, but it's like barely kind of covering the guys whenever he stands next to them. You'll see it like a secondary tick. Or it's not even working at all, one of the two. Because I can't tell if the flame is proccing or if the aura just doesn't work at all. But the Cruel Sun actually looks amazing. I wish they would have did a little bit more with this Escanor. I think that the first version of Escanor is just a lot cooler because you get Escanor transforming. This version is just the one from the Esterosa fight, which is honestly not that cool of an Escanor out of all the other Escanors that exist. Obviously, you have the one, you have High Noon Escanor, you have Sun God, God of Escanor, just like crazy amounts of Escanor content that you could have pulled from. But Escanor himself is honestly a very cool character. I honestly just wanted to throw him at everything and see him perform. Next, I kind of wanted to just throw him at Frieza. Because it's Escanor, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's the GOAT, the guy. Sadly, I do not have Destined on him yet. I'm thinking about grinding that out, but honestly, I've wasted so much time playing this entire event, getting everything I've needed. I really just don't know where to go with the event now after this update, because as you can see, I'm loaded on resources across the board. The event itself gave you nothing really crazy. Like, the event chests give you absolutely nothing but evolution items. You have a bunch of worthless keys. There's a lot of problems with the event, and the event itself is just really rough to just kind of suffer through. So if you do really want Escanor, this is definitely the time to get him. I think the event's going to be here for a long time, so I suggest don't burn yourself out. You know, do it when you got some free time and stuff like that. Now we're going to go ahead and try Escanor out on the Frieza stage. He does not have, like, he's supposed to have very high stats here. But we'll see what happens, because we know Frieza, even on easy mode, he could shred some pretty good damage. And as you can see there, he is doing some damage there. We're looking at, let's see. Let's see the damage right here. Okay. Looks like about 200,000 for his main, like, ability, which is kind of rough. That's coming with every single buff that he has possible. I mean, it's not as fast as some characters we do know. It's just going to be decent. Now, HP-wise, I am using the defensive set build over here, so you will see the shield proc and the health potion proc here. But it's just so we could just see him kind of battle it out. As you can see, he's got Cruel Sun, Frieza's got Supernova. It's quite the cool little boss fight, and I think I would love to see this guy destined, but I really just need a lot more trade tickets, man. It is a real pain in the neck to get trade tickets. When you've spent about... No. What I meant to say is that I spent so many trade tickets, over 700 trade tickets, to get nothing besides, like, Chaotic and Explosion. I need to take a break. But if you guys want to see some more Anime Run content, of course, don't forget to ring that bell. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you still are interested in this content. If you're not interested in the content, give me your opinion on the state of the game. Because honestly, this event was very tedious and annoying. But I do enjoy that they are, like, landing these very good concepts well. I wish that Escanor was a lot cooler, a lot stronger, but maybe we'll see more in the future. Maybe we'll get some updates and stuff. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy and peace.